So here thinking about the third vlog, I think what came to mind for me in class was the conversation in the class period that was a lot about identity. You we discussed the undeclared major and that sort of story about the boy who, from a town, farm family, who really kind of grows up fighting that urge to want to do something else and not uh, do just the farm work with his family just because his father does it. And I really got to thinking about that, about, we grow up, our parents kind of push us to do what they've done or trying to be the same that they are. And so when you trying to come up with an identity yourself of what you like to do and what you want to do, it can become difficult to kind of push yourself out there. You spoke about it with, telling your dad that you wanted to do something else in philosophy, and how that kind of creates tension, or that look of like, what are you doing? Why are you wanting to do that? In the undeclared major, when he kind of asked him, what can you do with, an English degree, or what kind of job can you have with that? But I think through that identity, you can, if you can be yourself and kind of carve that niche of what I like to do and do it, then you can be successful in your life. You can be happy in your life. And it's very hard, and a lot of people make the mistake of falling in the trap of what their family's done before them, and when it doesn't really make them happy. And then on top of that, um, Dr. Oglesby came in and spoke, and he had really good insight as to just starting to ask a lot of questions as to what your identity is and how do you establish that, and then how does it waver as time moves on. And I think a lot of that comes from, you don't ever really sit down and think about, what is my identity. I think it's an ever-changing thing, and I think that you have to be able to try to take a step back and realize that it is ever-changing, and then be able to accept that as you go through the experiences that you do in life, and kind of be able to challenge yourself, to not fall off track of what your identity is. Um, it's okay that it changes, I think, but then being able to know what it is when it does change, slightly, is key. So his speech was really eye opening, just to, through his life, through your life, through all of our lives, things are going to happen. Um, things are gonna You're gonna have to ask tough questions. You're gonna have to be able to challenge yourself to who you truly are and what you truly want to be as time continues to go on and you continue to face different stages of your life. So just the word identity is what came to my mind for this vlog and for that class period, and then just really challenging yourself to understand who you are, and then the book, those 6 or 7 pages were really good. As far as, it was a pretty dry story. It wasn't much to it, but yet then again, there's so much to it when you break it down and see it on a deeper level of, real life. Of there's kids that out there that want to do something that's completely different from what their family does, and being able to break that mold of maybe generations. But it's not about the generational thing. It's about your identity, your life, and what you truly want to do. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought that was insightful for that class period.